Imagine if you put your hand, your arm. I've been badly stabbed, right? I'm cut here in the belly. It's Armand from Project Achilles, and today I'm with Reef, and we're gonna go over defense against knife, and we're gonna see what would you do if you're facing a knife in a self-defense situation. Of course, if you have the choice, there is no shame in walking away. Just exit the scene as fast as you can. But what if you don't have the choice and you have to fight for your life? You have a few techniques and we're gonna go over it. But first, we wanna show you what a blade can do to your skin. Imagine it's your arm, your hand, or your belly, and what this real blade can do and how bad you can be cut if you're involved in a fight in bare hands against a knife. So this is a papaya, and I'm just gonna go for a light slash, and you're gonna see the results. And this is not even strong. So imagine if you put your hand, your arm, or whatever, it's very dangerous. So when you're fighting against a knife, always protect your vitals and don't put your fingers in the middle of the fight as much as you can. We're gonna start. I'm going to pass this papaya over and get rid of my knife. And Reef, gonna explain what we're doing here.
Right now, we're just gonna be dyeing the edges of our knives just to show the impact on these white shirts on the strikes and the stabs. Every black mark that you see on his shirt from this knife is showing where the strike occurred and how it took place.
Okay. Okay, how does it look? So as you can see, I've been badly stabbed, right? Because I'm cut here in the belly. I'm cut here on the biceps. I have one here on the chest. And I think my hand is also deeply cut in the real life, right? So I'm in a pretty bad shape right now. I'm not sure that after being that cut, I could have really controlled him as I control the back and finally stabbed him from behind. But so what I done, I don't know like if you felt it. So Reef, you got one here on the right arm. It was because I was controlling from behind when I took your back, and then I stabbed you in the chest. But I try to control the wrist, right? And to control the arm with an arm drag, like a basic Russian series, right? And try to go over it and take you down, pressuring with my hand on your shoulder. How did you feel it?
I felt it more when I was turned down right here. When I came in like this, you grabbed my arm right away and it threw me off balance right there. I was right here. I still had that knife right here and I was still trying to like dig in, but him pulling me away from the knife and throwing me off balance severely loosened my grip on that knife.
Okay, so it's what I felt. I felt because the strange thing is that when you have a weapon involved in a fight, the weapon becomes the main assets in the fight. So everybody wants the knife. So Reese was more fighting to hold and keep the knife than really stabbing me after the 3 stabs, right? Which are pretty bad in the real life. So now Reef is a boxer. I'm more a grappler and MMA fighter. I'm gonna attack Reef and we're gonna see how Reef is defending. So I'm going to re-dye the knife. Okay, that's good. So normally, what should have been good, Reef, is that if you still have the strength,
Yeah.
you come here and you control my arm with your knee, okay? And then, so you can absolutely strike my head.
Okay.
Exactly. I slashed you here, here, and here, and on the pec as well. Yeah. So Riff was more evasive. He tried to dodge and avoid most of the strikes. And then he grabbed my wrist, and once he controlled my wrist, I was honestly fighting for the knife and not trying to grapple anymore, right? So he controlled me, tossed me on the mat, and the only thing he could have done is like control my arm with his knee, of course. But as you can see, you're gonna get cut, right? So now we're gonna go through a basic technique that we think is a good one to reduce the chance of being stabbed. What I like to do is to control the wrist with a weapon, and it's what we're learning where I'm from in the army, control the wrist. Once you have the wrist, it's not enough. You really wanna get in, control his arm with an underhook over here. My head should be against him anyway to reduce the chance of him using his arm and reaching with his second arm to grab the knife. Riff is holding the knife like this, but what if he's doing in the hammer position? The parry here is not going to be enough. So go multiple times. If you go multiple times, I'm gonna get stabbed. There is nothing to do, right? So if he comes like this and I come in, I wanna go in. And I'm doing my arm drag from here. Head is in the same position, always. You can try to drag him down. Here you can strike, but he's gonna fight to stand up and grapple. So you need to be aware of this. You really don't want to release that wrist. Now, if you really have a good control, you can do the basic sweeps. If I can disarm, I don't go for a fancy technique, right? I'm just gonna hit the hand holding the knife on the floor until he loses it, right? Once he releases the knife, I grab it. All of that to say that fighting a knife is not something easy. Obviously, there is a high risk of injury. Key points are controlling the wrist, then the arm, the position of your head, a good grappling, focusing on the knife, and exit the scene as fast as you can.
For the people that do strike, be quick, because that arm, that is an extension of his arm. One hit, get out of there.
Guys, thank you for watching Project Achilles, and follow us if you want to learn about self-defense and if you want more self-defense content. Thank you very much.